When carrying out creative projects, one of the most effective tools is space. During a project, you will accumulate a lot of research material and develop a lot of work. In my experience, I find it really helps to have a dedicated space where you can spread out and pin up all your work and references. When working on creative projects, I always seek to find a space or area where I can spread out. This could either be a simple desk space, a wall space, or an entire room. For me, it really helps to have a dedicated space where I can spread out and pin up all of my work and references. Now, I have worked at many design agencies and worked on multiple projects, and one method we always use is to surround ourselves with our project research and development. Up to this point on the course, I have been putting all my work onto what I call a project wall, as you can see here behind me. This gives me maximum flexibility to spread all my work out to fully immerse myself in my development. Now, before we jump into the next phase of the project and start to design our logo, I just want to quickly show you my project wall and discuss why I would recommend you use the same technique. So let's get into it. So what you see behind me is my project wall. What I have here are printouts of all my work I have done up to this point. And here you can see I have pinned it all up onto whiteboards here in my studio. In the next phase, we are going to start to put pen to paper and design our logos. When it comes to logo design, I love having all my research up and around me. So when I start drawing, I am inspired creatively. Now, it's important to mention that I am in no way trying to copy or plagiarize the work I find during my research. The idea here is to be inspired. Now, it's not always possible to have a project wall space. So as well as having my project wall printed out, I also have it as documents. Up to this point on the course, you will have noticed for each stage of the process, I have been saving PDF files into the project wall folder in the project folder. This is a technique I use to keep everything organized and easy to access should I want to refer back to them during the course of the design process. These are great to have should I want to print them out, and convenient to keep as backup copies. So with the course folder open, click into the design process example folder, click into the top folder, project wall, click into the first folder, learn and discovery, and here you will see PDF documents I have saved for each step of the first phase, which I can simply keep as digital copies or print them out to put up onto my project wall. So if I don't have a space to print everything out, I can always look at it digitally. So if possible, I would always recommend locating a room space which you can call your own during the course of a project. This will give you maximum flexibility to spread out all your work to fully immerse yourself in your development and to get hands-on, make notes and highlight. Now, if you're not fortunate to have an entire room space, I would recommend you try the next best thing and locate a wall space where you can pin up all your work and reference. If you're fortunate to have a large wall space, great, but if not, you could try whiteboards on wheels like I have here, or large mounting boards, a large desk space, or in some cases I have used a floor space. So if you can get a project wall, I would highly recommend it. But if not, you can always keep on top of your project development using backup PDF documents as I demonstrated in this video. So this brings us to the end of the discovery phase of the logo design process. By this point, we should have some really cool ideas with some very clear direction on what we want to design a logo around. Now, I have my project wall behind me with loads of visual research. It's now time to get creative and move into the next phase of the design process. Phase 2, design visual concepts. In this phase, we are going to put pen to paper and come up with designs for our logo to take into the third phase, where we will look to artwork our final designs on the computer, ready to present to the client. Now, before we start designing our logo, I'm going to talk quickly about some design theory and discuss exactly what makes a good logo design. In the next video, I'm going to discuss all the points we need to keep in mind for when we start to design our logo. So see you in the next video.